if you had to sum up your teaching in 1 or 2 sentences, what would they be?
No teaching, no teacher, no student.
So then what are we doing here today?
To find out who you are.
The first question, Papaji, is who are you?
I am that. From where you, me, she, he, all the rest emerge from. I am that.
Harilal Punja was born in 1910 in a part of the Punjab that is now in Pakistan. At the age of 8, he spontaneously had a mystical experience in which he became aware, for the first time, of who and what he really was. It was a transcendent experience of peace and happiness. For the next 25 years he tried, obsessively, to recapture that early experience through devotion to the Hindu god, Krishna. He had many visions of God, saw many famous Indian saints and gurus, but no one he met was able to give him the direct experience of God that he craved. Then, in 1944, at the age of 34, he went to the ashram of Sri Ramana Maharshi, one of India's most famous and respected gurus.
I had entered the ashram and then all was quiet. All was quiet, and this man is quiet, incarnation of silence itself, not speaking to anyone. But then it was tremendous silence. I never saw anybody so silent, you see. So the people who go there, their mind doesn't enter the hall. He sits quiet and silence was there. So what he taught was to keep quiet.
On the day you finally got it with Ramana Maharshi, what exactly was happening?
I was a devotee of Krishna from childhood. Devotee of Krishna, so that Krishna even would manifest in physical form. I could see with the senses, I could, as I see other things, so much attached. After spending some 4 days in Adi Annamlai on the other side of the mountain, Arunachala, then Maharishi asked me where you had been. I said, on the other side, staying by myself and playing with Krishna. Oh, see, very good. You have been playing with Krishna? Yes, sir, I was playing with Krishna. He is my friend. Do you see him now? No, sir, I don't. So he said, what appears and disappears is not real. It's not real. The seer remained. You saw him, he disappeared. You remain, same seer. Now you are here also. Seer remained. Now find out who the seer is. So it was a word only, no? It was a word. But then it struck me. I became the seer, you see. Some seer I saw. And this seer was beyond all, you see.
As Sri Ramana looked at him, silently transmitting peace, Punjaji suddenly became aware of his own inner reality, the abiding, formless presence which is the source and substance of all that exists. Hindus call this the self, but it has nothing to do with the mind or the personality. It is, instead, the common ground, the continuous presence that abides timelessly and formlessly as the real nature and heart of all beings. For the last 45 years, Papaji has been helping others to dispel the illusions they have about themselves, so that they too can be aware of that abiding presence that has been his own unshakable experience since the moment of his own enlightenment. His methods are unconventional but traditional. In face-to-face encounters with seekers, he challenges all of their most basic assumptions and drives them back to an awareness of who they really are. Papaji now lives in Lucknow, a city in North India. He holds public satsangs there 5 days a week.
Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Some friends are very new to Lucknow Satsang, so let me introduce what's going on here. You are here for the first time to something very new, and I am not going to give you any method, any way that you have tried, and it is not paid. No one tells you what is here, now. Here and now, within your own heart. To return to your own heart, I don't think you need any search, any practice, any method. You sit on meditation, you project something, the benefit of meditation, enlightenment, some future date. But who is the meditator? No one knows who is the meditator. You work on meditated upon object of meditation. But this is neither the subject nor the object. It is that itself. And that is already here. I am very happy to go back to my country and to spread your message, laughing, dancing, singing. Papa, a little trouble. After all these months, I still don't know what is your message. Very good. And tell him, this is enough for you. It's better not to know the message. Then you will hold on, you will read my message if I give you, this is my message, then you will read this message to everybody, and that will become a religious book. As the books have become, therefore, I don't give any messages. What message do you need? To have any teaching is preaching. Teacher has no teaching, no method, no way. To know thy own self, you don't need any teaching. What you really are, always you are that itself. No one is going to teach you. You have to realize who you are, here and now, this moment.
Papaji, people in the West are being continuously bombarded with spiritual advice. All kinds of gurus and groups are telling Western audiences, join us and you will be happy. What exactly is different about your message, and why should anyone listen to it?
They advise the people to destroy them. To destroy them, and I tell them to reject those teachers and preachers and come to me. I will give you good advice. Don't listen. Don't listen to anybody's advice, neither to my advice. Peep within you and listen to your own voice. What do you hear? Don't listen to any advice, because any advice belongs to the past. So there's no advice to know thyself. So don't listen to anybody's advice. You keep quiet. This is the best advice. I give advice, keep quiet. Don't think and don't make any effort. This is my advice. And if you follow it, you have done very well for you and for everybody and all the beings of the world.
So following any advice, except the advice, be quiet, takes you away from the self and not towards it.
Of course, it has, because it takes you to the past.
Many people have tried to be quiet, to be still, and they haven't succeeded. What are they doing wrong?
To give up the intention to keep quiet. If they can't keep quiet, give up the intention to keep quiet, then what will happen? There's no object in the mind, no person, no thing, no concept that can return you happiness and peace of mind. So I just tell them, give them this information. Don't look here, there, anywhere. Peace is within you and within the heart of all beings. So you keep quiet, don't look anywhere, don't allow your mind to abide anywhere, and you will see that it is peace, happiness itself. That is the fundamental truth, and every being in the world is happiness itself.
Papaji, I think that most people who come to see you would say that you're giving out something more than information. Almost everyone who comes to you feels that there is some power, some grace in your presence, and that this power and this grace enables them to find out who they really are. Do you have any comment on this?
Definitely, I am pointing out at their own self, which is the fountain of the grace, of love, of beauty. Here rises the love and peace also. Just point them out. Look within yourself for 1 second, and you will not search, not find. You will see that you are peace itself. धन जो बन का गर्भ न कीजे, धन जो बन का, धन जो बन का गर्भ न कीजे, झूठा पच रंग छोड़ रे. This body combination of 5 elements is false only. So don't be proud of it, of your youth, of your skin beauty. Sona mandar mein diya jalai, diya jalai, asan se mat डोल रे तोहे प्यार मिलेंगे. In the emptiness of temple, in the heart of Chidakasha, there is a temple. No one stays there. No one can enter there. And there you go and enlighten, ignite the flame. And then you enjoy with your beloved. Why? What will happen? Asan se mat dol re, tohe piya milenge. Don't loosen your firm asan, firm decision. I have to meet my beloved. Don't look here, there, backward, and you will be successful. Directly looking into your own self. Directly looking into your own self. This is how the inquiry is, who am I?
What is important for a seeker who sincerely wants to be free?
Most serious thing that one should, for the seeker, is to seek freedom alone. Only freedom. So as you say, you are burning for freedom, this alone is enough. Keep up this fire. Keep up this fire, it will burn everything. Everything will burn in this thing. Mind also will burn in this thing. Whole universe will be consumed in this like wildfire in the forest, you see. Wildfire, conflagration in the fire is caused by itself in the forest. By rubbing one tree against the other tree, the fire is there. So that fire eats away the whole forest, and finally itself keeps quiet, you see. Yeah. So keep up this fire. This fire generally I don't see in any face. I don't see this fire in any face. There's fire to have things, fire for persons, fire for objects. That fire I've seen. But fire for freedom is yet to be seen. That's a very different fire. It doesn't burn. It doesn't harm a person. So it rises here and there. Very rare person will have this fire, okay? Welcome. Keep it up, you see. And pour more benzene on it.
Do we need to believe in anything, Papaji? Do we, for example, have to believe that the Guru's words are correct? Do we have to believe that we can attain freedom? Do we have to believe I am already free? What are the minimum number of things that we have to believe in?
Yes, of course. You need faith. Faith in your own self, that I am free. If you at all want to believe in faith, this is the best faith you can have. I am already free. When you can have a faith, I am suffering, I am bound, why not to have the best faith, then I am free? What difference does it make? It is the I am in you which is always free. When I speak, you are already free. It's not that your body is already free. That's how you mistook it always. So it is that which is already free. I am that I am. Keep still and know I am that I am. That's
What brought you to Lucknow? Why did you decide to come here?
I was looking for the truth, I can say.
And when you came, what happened?
I sat in front of him and all my body felt his immensity. And then I told him that I feel a lot of pain. And then he told me, when is your pain now? And in this moment, the mind dropped. I dropped myself. I was no more there. And what was there was something totally else. It was just it. It was just, yes, this is who I am really. This is who I am. I need nothing else. Nothing else matter. And this was so much love there, and happiness and peacefulness.
What goes on inside you when I ask the question, who are you? Does it elicit a response? Is there silence? Is there a striving to express?
No. I can describe what I feel in the physical level, what I feel in the energy level, what I see. But is it what I am? No. My perception is not what I am. It is my perception. It is an image in consciousness, nothing else.
When thoughts arise, do you have a feeling that if you're not careful, some identification could take place?
Mind itself is identification.
Oh.
Thought starts only with identification. There is no me and the thought. Thought can be only when I identify with an object. There is no separateness.
And when thoughts arise in you, what happens? How do you view them? How do they appear to you?
Sometimes there is judgment, or I'm thinking, and then there is recognition, this is also a thought, this is also identification, and then there is nothing.
And there is a rejection or just an observation?
Rejection is also a thought.
So you watch it, there is an opinion, and then they both disappear.
There is no watcher and the thought. There is no two.
Do you still have many thoughts?
Most of the time I experience thought.
You experience a continuous flow of thoughts, or are aware of them?
Yes.
Without responding to them?
Yes.
Where do they come from and where do they go?
They come from nothingness, and they are nothingness in themselves, because what comes from nothing must be nothing. Why to bother about it?
Do you have any interest in encouraging other people to have this perspective, or are you quite satisfied with your own experience?
If I have an interest, then it comes from your mind, from my identification as me, then separate from the other, and wanting from them something. It's better not to want nothing from anyone.
If somebody is watching you now, thinking, I wish I was like that, what would you tell them to do?
You want me to say come to Papaji?
You can say whatever you like.
I definitely say to come to this master. As far as I know, he's the only one that is as much expression of it, of what we all looking for. We all longing for it, and he is the most expression of it. If you want to be it, then you have to go to the most expression of it and stay there.
ये तरवा ये ताजी
Images on a screen. While the action is taking place, we all forget, temporarily, that we are merely watching a display of colored lights. We take the figures to be real and become engrossed in the little dramas of their everyday lives. Occasionally, we become aware that we are watching, that the pictures are not real, that they are just images on a screen. When this happens, we subconsciously differentiate between what is real and what is unreal. The man watching in his chair assumes, I, the observer of this film, am real. The pictures on the screen, they are not real. Now step back one stage further. Here is a new film. The original observer and the film he was watching are both now displayed on the same screen. The observer, who formerly thought himself to be real, is now just as unreal as the film he was watching. Now, what is real about this picture? What here is permanent? What remains unchanged while all these pictures come and go? It is the screen. Your own self, your own reality, is the screen upon which all the unreal pictures of the world are displayed. All the pictures on the screen, including the form and the person you take yourself to be, are supported by the screen of your own self. When you recognize yourself to be the substratum, the screen, and not the name and form which appear upon it, you are free. Okay. If there is a fire in the movie, it will not burn the screen. If there is water, the screen will not get wet. When you discover who you really are, when you discover that you are the screen of consciousness and not the images that appear upon it, you are untouchable, indestructible. You are free.
Papa, you speak about freedom. What is freedom?
Freedom? A trap. Because bondage. You are in the trap. A man who's imprisoned in the jail, he needs to be free, isn't it? He's trapped in the jail. He has heard, he knows, some people are free outside, no? So this you have heard from outside, from the parents, no?
From the
Priests, from the teachers, preachers. Come to us, we will give you freedom. Come to me, I will give you rest, isn't it? That is the promise. And this is another trap. This is another trap, from one trap to another trap. Now you are trapped in the freedom trap. You should be out of both these traps, neither of bondage nor of freedom. Because this is a concept. Bondage was a concept. Now, concept of freedom. Get rid of both these concepts. Then, where are you?
Is what you speak of enlightenment?
Enlightenment is the knowledge itself, not knowledge of persons, things, ideas.
Pure knowledge.
Only knowledge, not a word. only knowledge.